All right, welcome back. I mean, this time we're going on to sports, man. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, one of the greatest players in NBA history. Now, I grew up watching Michael Jordan, so obviously, people are gonna be like, "Oh, this and that, and you old and whatever." Okay, bro, look, I looked at a lot of other players before Michael Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Bird, Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons back in those days. Um, I'm going almost blank here. Some of the greatest players in history, and Dr. J, all these guys, Bill Russell. You know, I'm gonna hit on that because a lot of people, they were saying at one point that every time they keep coming up with new stuff, and I'm going totally biased on the situation, so I'm going in on the sports side of it and also the personal side of the situation when it comes to Michael Jordan. I'm a huge fan of Michael Jordan, huge fan, and as basketball. Now, the other thing I will point out, starting out, man, y'all, some of these dudes out here are getting crazy for no reason and they're looking retarded. Bigger, faster, stronger, all this other stuff. Okay, if that's the case, what's going on with your ratings, bruh? Why are the ratings down? Shouldn't the ratings be up if that's the case? Oh, yeah, that's right, because these dudes ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. All great players. A lot of great players. Another one, Anthony Edwards. Man, dude's a monster. And he kind of had that. They were talking about that. He kind of had that thing. Michael was like, oh, okay, it kind of reminds me when I came out. See it right here? Remember young Michael? Well, most of y'all won't remember because y'all didn't, but there's videos of it, that show all the, and the guy's got tons, posterizing fools, left and right, big and small. It didn't matter. Now, when it comes to the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan said, I'm not even going to play that clip. I got a clip, but it's exactly what he said when he was on Oprah. And once again, Michael's right. I can't say he's wrong on that situation, but I will touch on other stuff. So, bear with me. This might take a minute. I don't want it to take that long, but I have to hit on some points. So, every poll that has ever been ran since Michael left the league, unanimously, every time, Jordan was at the top of that list. Okay, so no matter how many times you run it, it's going to come out the same. You know why? Because ain't nobody doing what Michael did. Michael came in, he said, you know what, I'm just going to play my butt. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to embarrass everybody. I want to be the greatest. I want to put on a show. These people pay money to see me and wasn't getting paid that much at the time. He earned his way. Once again, the video I'm about to show you, I'm sure some of you, if not most of you, have seen it. So, you have all the drama with the Scottie Pippins and his teammates and everything else. These dudes, I swear to God, they should also be slapped because you guys got to be a part of something special. Now, of course, you weren't that dude, but you got to be a part of it. And it was a celebration for everybody. You got rings. Okay, so Jordan is 6-0 and 6-0 in the finals. No one is doing that. And if they are, they're gonna have to work hard to do it. He did it. He did 2 3-peats twice, bro. He left, came back, and did it again. And the facts are out there. There's no argument. People keep trying to put LeBron in. Man, LeBron is a great player. His longevity, definitely, it has value. But, and there's always that but, it don't matter because he ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing. when he could have done what he did. Oh, well, he went to, this many straight finals and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? The Buffalo Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost them all. Does anybody care about the Buffalo Bills? No, they don't, because they lost. Now, I don't want to be too hard on the Buffalo, fans, so forgive me on that, but I had to put that in there like that because that's what it is. But the Buffalo Bills had a great team. They were offensively and defensively awesome. They had weapons everywhere. They should have at least won 3 of them. At least. I wouldn't expect them to win 4, but at least win 3 of them. 2 of them, at minimum. They couldn't even win 1. They always got to the big game, and they just fell off. So that's one part of the situation that makes me mad. No one ever mentions that. The other part is, remember Robert Horry, who has 7 championships. Now, would that make him the greatest of all time? Would that put him in the conversation? Does that put him in the top 75? No, it doesn't, because he played a supporting role and was in the right place at the right time. Nick Foles played with the Philadelphia Eagles and pretty much saved their season. Not only did he save their season, they got to the Super Bowl and won. Now, is Nick Foles a great player? No. But it's all about football is different because it's all about the program. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time with the right people. Boom. And he executed. And everybody gave up on him. Now, I know I'm talking about other sports, but trust me, it does have some kind of significance because people keep going back and forth about this whole LeBron James stunt. You got Scottie Pippen coming out here talking about he wanted to be the greatest. Scottie Pippen, once again, bro, you are one of the best players all time. All time. Great. You had your chance to be great when Jordan was gone. Look what happened there. It's it. I ain't lying. And I'm not trying. I know Scotty's going through some stuff and all the craziness and the drama. I get it. But, bro, you just can't do that. I mean, you can. But when you do that, you make yourself look like a complete idiot. Now, your game, as far as your game is concerned, it doesn't, no. It still stands the same. I'm going to still say Scottie Pippen is one of the greatest. He's in the top. I mean, he should be, honestly. He should be in the top 75. Because there's plenty of players that are in that top 75 that didn't win no championships. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, if that's the case, I'm going off the head with this one. So, you got that situation going on. You got other dudes on the team. The only one that hasn't really said anything crazy is Steve Kerr. Like, that's been in the news. Steve Kerr, he knows his role, man. He knew his role. And he wanted to help win. That's what happened. Micheal Jordan is number 1. Period. There's no one else in the NBA right now, because they talk a whole bunch of junk, but guess what? Are they doing anything? What are they doing? What are they doing to further their cause? To, let's bypass the 90s, or however they said it. What was the little slogan they had? I don't remember now. That kind of sucks. But they're trying to pin away that situation. Okay, for instance, let me give you another example of great players. Dan Marino was a great quarterback, but he never won a championship. Does that take anything away from him? No. But still, you want to win that championship. Charles Barkley, once again, he could have won. Hell, Scottie Pippen, we come back to that again. When he played on the Blazers, they could have won a championship there. The Lakers had a stacked team with some old guys, even Karl Malone, and they couldn't win. You know why? Because you have to have that determination. You got to have that. Kobe was starting to build on that. But he had too much flack with Shaq, which was stupid. Because the whole purpose is to win championships. Shaq you needed to work out more. That's pretty much it. You feel like you didn't. Allen Iverson, same thing. We talking about practice? Okay, bro. That's the way it is. Plain and simple. So, in order to be great, you have to do things to be great. That's what Michael Jordan did. He got his rock taken from him when he came back, after baseball. What did he do? He came back and won 3 straight. No one else has done that. The only other person that's done that in this generation is Kobe. Kobe and Shaq are the only 2 basketball players that were, obviously huge, that won 3 straight. LeBron ain't won 3 straight. Oh, but he went to the finals 9 times and lost. He had a chance a couple years ago when he played against who was it? The Nuggets. What did he do? Flopping and everything else and try to get a foul and it didn't work. And what Charles Barkley say? I don't want to hear none of y'all ever say it again. I don't want to ever hear it mentioned. The GOAT conversation hasn't been a conversation. The conversation was left back about 15 years ago. Honestly, I don't know if that's the case. I'm not sure about my years on that. But when Miami lost to the Mavericks, that's it. That's it. Your longevity? Okay, cool. I get it. That's great. You played for a long time, but that doesn't do it because now you played for so long, it actually hurts your legacy. But anyways, those are some things I just wanted to speak on when it comes to that. Now we're going to go to this video and listen to what Michael Jordan says about players.
In all honesty, is you get paid off of potential. A rock star, you have to be good. You know what I mean? You get paid off of potential in that sport.
Oh, really? Yeah, because every game, it's about the potential.
Well, even then, if you come in now, most of our young kids come in now, we don't know how great they're going to be, but yet they got 5-year guaranteed, millions of dollars, admirations of many.
But don't you think that's partly because of you?
Partly interpreted totally wrong. And I would say that with
straighten me out.
I will straighten you out.
Okay.
So you have to
Yeah, but let me say this one thing.
No, let him straighten me out first. Why?
See why I mean? He dominates everything.
No, I want you to tell me why.
The reason is that when you look back in our era, Michael Jordan, the Magic Johnsons, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley's, we earned what we got. That means when the corporate people came up. And I don't mean to demean the young kids because I think it's something that they have to learn, and hopefully they will learn that, is that when the corporate America came to us, we had a game that could validate their admiration and
sponsorship and all that,
Now they get that before they play one game.
Yeah.
So you're rolling the dice to see if this kid's ever going to be good or not.
Yeah.
So in essence, you're paying the kid off of potential that he may be great.
You don't think that's good?
No, because I think it sets bad work ethic. When you get something so easily, you're not going to work as hard.
You don't think so? Okay. Hi, YouTube.
So, see? Right there you go. These players today are sitting there talking all this mess, disrespecting the people who came for them. Jordan never did that. He always gave respect to people who came before him. When people were even trying to call him great, he knew he was great, but he's like, no, I need to be modest and whatever else. And he did that. Now, the only other thing is Michael Jordan as a person. And I've heard many stories. As a person, I'm really surprised that Michael takes the position that he takes. What he has said to certain individuals, and I'm sure you guys all heard about those things. To me, that breaks my heart. And if you look up there's a video of Dana White talking about Michael Jordan, how he says he don't want to meet him. You know why he's saying he don't want to meet him? Because he don't want his heart broken. A lot of these people have looked at Michael Jordan and said, wow, this guy is great and amazing, entertaining, all these different things. But I just don't understand, especially where Jordan comes from, losing his father, all these different things that happened, which once again, people don't know about that one, the media went really hard on him when it came to that, talking about his gambling and all this sort of stuff like that had something to do with it, which it didn't. It was totally something different. But once he lost his father, that was the defining moment. Because I can tell you right now, if his father was still alive and heard this kind of mess coming out of no, he wouldn't have did that. Now, I understand you have to be a certain way in life, and you have to carry yourself a certain way so people don't get over you and take advantage of you and everything else. But the things that I have seen and heard, I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Jordan, as a basketball player, just absolutely phenomenal. As a person, I don't know why he is the way he is. And people still love him. So I'm not putting no hate on him or nothing like that. I'm not, trying to, put Jordan down. But I'm just saying it's just like for me, being a fan, and I walk up on Jordan, he says some crazy junk to me, I'm be like, wow, really, bro? I'm not trying to, this is what it's all about. When you become a star, when you become as great as you are, expect it. Expect it. And he can be humble at any other point in time, which is, once again, no one ever mentions that either. I mean, if you want to make a point about something, there you go. But that doesn't matter, because that's just him as a person. As a basketball player, yeah, you guys are trying, and it ain't working. It ain't never going to work unless someone comes up and steps up to the plate and does what does what needs to be done. And none of them are doing it. And if you look at that, listen to that video and what he says, that's what it is. I think there was a little bit more than that too on the back end. But anyways, these guys are not doing that. Not only are they not doing that, they're disrespecting the players before them. We done with the 90s, there it is. We done with the 90s, all this other stuff. Man, quit. If you look at the ratings then in comparison to now, with social media too on top of that, what's going on? How come you can't get them numbers up? You know why? Because people are sick and tired of watching the crap. Now here's the other thing I'm gonna leave you with. Michael Jordan won 6 championships. Okay, 2 3-peats. I'm not gonna go into all of this stuff because that's just added on. And the more you look into it, the more freakier it gets when you look at analytics and all this other stuff. No one comes close. And if they want to, then they need to freaking step up and go get it. If you're not going to do it, you're not going to step up and go get it, okay. Shut up. Leave it alone. It amazes me how these people continuously try and, oh, well, LeBron's an all-around player and blah, blah. I don't care about that. I care about winning, bro. Winning. Okay? Winning. That's what matters. Now, the other thing that Ari Spears said was, being there for the reason, or just being there, I can't remember exactly how he said it, but, being the reason why, or just being there, what I'm saying, like supporting like Robert Horry. He just happened to be there, and, he's, not wasn't a bad player, but he wasn't that dude. But he was enough, he was that piece of the puzzle that those teams needed to win. So he contributed. But he wasn't the reason. He had some big shots too, so you got to give it to Robert Horry. He did hit some clutch shots in those series, so I will give him that. But I mean, he's got 7 championships. He's got more championships than Jordan. He's got more championships than LeBron. You know what I mean? Then you talk about Bill Russell, same thing. Bill Russell, he's got but he was playing in a time where there was like one black dude in the league. Now I know it's not true. There's more than that, but still, it's just like if you look at football in the early days, these dudes were getting cracked and getting paid less than what these dudes are paying now. You need to give it up to the dudes that came before you, because they're the ones who laid the foundation to where you're at now, which is the same thing with Michael Jordan. The endorsements and all that stuff, just like he said, they're getting these endorsements and ain't nothing going on. But I'm going to leave you with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to make another video kind of like a continuation to this situation because I'm not done, but I just wanted to put it out there and see what people think. That's it, man. I'm out. I appreciate y'all. Peace.